Am I the asshole for making my boyfriend eat fast food for a week? My boyfriend grew up in a house that valued outdated gender norms. The women were always responsible for cooking and cleaning, so he didn't learn how to do any of that for most of his life. That is, until he moved in with me after college. He's been good about a few things. He doesn't mind helping with dishes or handling the laundry, but the one thing I can't seem to get him to do is learn how to cook. The only thing he can do is microwave frozen meals. I've been trying to teach him the basics, but it seems like it goes through one ear and just comes out the other. He still can't turn on the oven or use the stove without help. The toaster is too complicated for him to use, he claims. Doesn't know how to boil eggs, cook rice, or even how to measure out ingredients using cups. I just don't understand why he can't grasp this but is fine with other things. Here's the part where I may be an asshole. I went on a trip 2 weeks ago for work. I'm in charge of buying groceries, we have separate accounts, and I realized how expensive his frozen meals actually are. $3 to $4 for each. I said screw it and bought the easiest ingredients I could find for a lot cheaper for him to cook on his own. He doesn't like leftovers, so me cooking ahead for him was out. Before I left, I sat him down once again and gave him a very long lesson on using the oven, toaster, and stove, as well as how to boil, scramble eggs, toast a piece of toast, boil rice, noodles, and heat up pasta sauce. I also taught him how to pan-fry things like onions and other veggies, and how to tell when they were ready. In case he didn't want to cook both lunch and dinner, I also bought things to make salads and fixings for sandwiches. I come back a week later, and he is angry. He claims I practically left him to starve, and how I know he has trouble cooking. I retaliate, saying I showed him what to do, and I get a whole range of excuses. Setting the oven, stove temp is too complicated. He cut his finger chopping onions and couldn't chop any until his cut healed. He only likes the salad kits so everything is balanced. Apparently he only ate sandwiches, canned goods, and fast food for a week. He thinks I'm a major asshole for not telling him I'm not buying his frozen meals, and leaving him alone to fend for himself. On one hand, I do think it was shitty of me not to tell him I didn't buy his meals, and as someone who grew up in a home pretty much only boiled hot dogs and veggies, and only properly learned how to cook after moving out, I do feel for him, but at the same time, after a few months of not getting the simplest concepts, I'm left feeling partially justified in my actions. So Reddit, am I the asshole? Info: why you with some guy who can't manage to use a toaster? Not the asshole. This is the literal definition of weaponized incompetence. Why are you fucking someone you have to parent? Not the asshole. You should search weaponized incompetence. He is not unable to complete these tasks. He is hoping you'll get tired of asking him to improve himself and become a 50s housewife for him. It was not shitty of you not to buy frozen meals for him. Is he also incapable of shopping? He managed to leave the house to buy fast food. Or did he have that delivered? And #X200B. This man is not mature enough for a relationship. He wants you to be his mother. Am I the asshole for telling my boyfriend's mom that my maternity leave is not supposed to be a vacation? I'm 37 weeks pregnant now and my boyfriend took 3 weeks off work to stay with me so that we can adjust to being parents to a newborn. This is my first and I'm very nervous and really need the support right now. My boyfriend's mother took it upon herself to schedule a paternity vacation for my boyfriend for the last 2 weeks of his leave. She came over for dinner and surprised him with it. It's an all-expense-paid vacation to Italy for my boyfriend as his paternity present. She gave me a jade stone bracelet and a matching newborn one for the baby as it's part of their culture to give the family stone to the mother and child once they enter the family. That was very kind of her. However, I told her that his leave was for helping with the baby. She was taken aback and said that he would be with me for a week and that was long enough. Her husband never even stayed at the hospital with her when her son was born. I told her and my boyfriend that I didn't want him to go and that she should have asked first before buying such an extraordinary gift. She left in tears because I was ungrateful and ruining her son's experience. My boyfriend pretty much agrees that he should go for at least a week because she paid for it, but I really wanted him to stay with me and bond with our daughter. Am I the asshole? Not the asshole at all. What an asinine idea. A vacation away from his 1-week-old baby? What in the literal fuck was his mother thinking? Oof. Not the asshole. What a presumptuous gift, and the fact that your boyfriend didn't immediately turn it down is unsettling. Guilt about something he never asked for should never come before his responsibility to you as a partner and to your newborn as a father. Your response was reasonable and not at all ungrateful. I hope your boyfriend can grow a pair and put his foot down with his mom. Not the asshole. That is insane. The whole point of him taking time off of work was to be there for you. It's unimaginable to me that his mother could have thought it was a good idea to just take him to Europe. And, also, in general, who in the world would just buy someone a ticket to another country for a long period of time in any situation? Am I the asshole for asking a mom in my group if she needed someone to talk to about her drinking? A new woman joined my mom group about 2 months ago, Sherry. At first she seemed great. Nice, funny, smart, has 3 young kids who are awesome. We like having her around. Except me and Lauren noticed something. Every single time we'd get together, Sherry would try to make it into a wine night. Hang out to let the kids play at the playground in the evening? She'll bring the wine. Hanging out after school sign-up day? Wine time. Kids' birthday party come around? Well, she's got the beverages, including the wine. Every single time we hang out, she has to have a glass in her hand. The glass turns into a bottle. The issue is that she does not seem like she's had an entire bottle of wine. So about 2 weeks ago, we had all planned on getting the kids together and going to a great water park. Obviously water plus alcohol is a dangerous combo, especially with kids, so when Sherry pulled out a pint of Tito's and waved it around telling everyone she had a little treat for the moms, I felt like I had to say something. I said, "Oh, I don't think it's good for us to mix alcohol at a water park like that, especially with the kids around." She said it would be fine, she does it all the time. At this, I was kind of more alarmed. So when it was just the 2 of us, I said, "Sherry, are you okay? Do you maybe need to talk to someone about your drinking?" She looked shocked and said no, and then acted like I was absolutely crazy. She said she had no idea where I got that idea, that her drinking was absolutely normal, and that, where she's from, Atlanta, it's perfectly normal for people to drink at social gatherings. I said okay and that I was just concerned because I've never hung out with her when she hasn't been drinking. She got defensive and told me that she didn't like people up her ass monitoring her. After that point, her mood was soured for the day. Lauren told me that it was a good thing that I said something, but 2 of the other moms said that it was going to cause a huge issue and that now Sherry's talking shit about me being a busybody. I was not trying to shame her. But I know how being a som can turn people into addicts real fast and I didn't want to see her end up that way. Am I the asshole? Edit. Okay. You guys have all shown me that drinking a whole bottle of wine multiple times a week at normal everyday things like the playground or someone's backyard is completely normal social drinking behavior. I'll apologize to her and back off. That's not really behavior I've been exposed to, so maybe that's why I'm surprised. Before she joined, it would be common to have some wine around for things like birthday parties or BBQs, but not just for watching the kids play on a normal weeknight many times a week. I'll apologize. Final edit. Some of you were right that my last edit was about 45 minutes after I posted, when most of the "you are the asshole" comments happened, and I was really shocked by the defense of her drinking. I sent this post to Lauren, who is going to chat with the woman who is kind of the head of the circle, and we're going to work out a plan to stop Sherry's drunk driving at the very least. I recognize that addressing the issue with her at the water park, we were in fact alone together, it was not in front of anyone else, wasn't my best choice. I guess I have never confronted a problem drinker before and didn't really know what to say. I'm glad to know that drinking an entire bottle of wine in one sitting multiple times a week is in fact not normal. Okay, you guys have all shown me that drinking a whole bottle of wine multiple times a week at normal everyday things like the playground or someone's backyard is completely normal social drinking behavior. I'll apologize to her and back off. Dude, no, it's not normal. Or, it may be common, but it's not okay. Either eject Sherry from your mom group, or find a new mom group. This behavior has been normalized, but I don't think it's a good thing at all. Not the asshole, because this isn't healthy. And I'm really sick of the whole wine mom thing. Am I the asshole for refusing to be a stepmom to my husband's kid? I know that sounds terrible, but hear me out. I've been newly married for around 6 months and my husband has a 15-year-old son, Jason. My husband is only 32, so he had him early. It has just been the 2 of them until I came into the picture 2 years ago. His kid never liked me, which I get. I made the duo a trio and he misses just his dad. That said, my husband really wants to do the whole family thing that his kid didn't get growing up. He has a lot of guilt about his mom, who hasn't been in the picture since like his birth and wants him to have a stable relationship to look up to like his parents. Now, Jason and I aren't openly hostile, but it's uncomfortable enough that I decided to sit him down and ask him what he wants from me. Immediate answer: "You're not my mom, you're not my parent, don't act like it." And I said okay. That took him by surprise, and I asked if, by any chance, I could at least be his friend. At the time, he said he wasn't sure, and I told him that was fine and to just tell me when he's ready what he wants from our relationship, but until then I won't try and parent him. That little talk did wonders. He avoids me less, talks to me more. He actually initiated a conversation with me the other day and I almost cried lol. And even will watch movies with me, i.e. I'm watching a movie already and he will sit with me and I'll restart it. Not much talk but presence. My husband noticed and was initially happy until he asked Jason what changed, and he didn't like the answer. He confronted me about it and said I should have talked to him about the relationship I was trying to have and that me being a friend is inappropriate and I need to be a parent. That's what I signed up for. It put him in a bad position of not being able to use my input for future child care choices, and I'm sabotaging being a mom. And here's where the "am I the asshole" is. I said, I'm never going to be his mom. He doesn't want me to, so I'll do whatever I can to make him at least not hate being around me. That made him cry, and he said it felt like I already gave up before I tried. Jason was not present for this fight, by the way, and my husband isn't a yeller. Think emotional convo but not mean. That kid is his life, and I know he just wants the best, but I think this is the best. But I may have overstepped here by going over his head and straight to Jason. AITA? Not the asshole, you did it the right way. Hubby needs to back off and let you two have whatever relationship works best for you right now. Not the asshole. At this point I'd say you're on the right track with Jason. He seems to be warming up to you and it's not forced, which is what you want. At 15, forcing a step-parent onto him probably isn't going to go well. He'll just resist and go back to avoiding you and not speaking. It takes time to build a relationship like that and get him to trust you, and I think you're doing just fine.